It's August. That means your kids should be heading back to school pretty soon, but the completely incoherent public health officials who now run this country have decided that your kids absolutely cannot, under any circumstances, step foot inside a classroom this fall, at least until Joe Biden wins. Going to class would be a disaster, they say, and you're a monster for considering it. And by the way, don't even think about setting up study sessions or hiring tutors, because contemplating that makes you, yes, a racist. We're not exaggerating, incidentally. PBS, which you fund with your taxpayer dollars, would like you to know that if you want to educate your child outside the closed public school system, you are, quote, vastly deepening inequities in access to education, end quote. You're a fool if you think this is about children, though. It has nothing to do with children. We know the virus poses very little threat to them. So what is it about? Well, here's one possibility, given that it's an election year. If students aren't allowed to go back to school, about 24 million people may have to stop working. They are parents who need to take care of their children, and they're not going to be able to work and do that. According to a report today from Goldman Sachs, which specializes in telling us what we already knew, since May 7th, 7 million people a week haven't worked because they need childcare and they don't have it. Now ask yourself, which political party stands to benefit if those numbers rise through Election Day? We'll give you some time. The governor of Maryland, Larry Hogan, tried to put an end to this lunacy on Monday. He overruled local officials who wanted to close not just public schools, but private and parochial schools too through October 1st. Hogan argued that the schools themselves ought to be making those decisions, not bureaucrats with a partisan agenda. And that's what this is, by the way, political theater. In Los Angeles, the public school union isn't even pretending anymore. They want the police to be defunded before they will go back to work. They want a moratorium on charter schools, of course, and a wealth tax. Here's a hint. When your teacher's agenda resembles the Bernie Sanders presidential campaign platform, it's not really about education anymore. And it's going to get worse until elected officials say, stop.